All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Houston Rockets Daily, where we post daily Rockets content. If that's something that interests you, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Alperen Sengun. The Houston Rockets have their first game back since the All-Star break tonight against the Orlando Magic. Honestly, pretty critical game here. I'm really trying to lose this game, if we're being honest here. I will definitely take a victory, but with about 24 games left in the season, this is when things start to get a little bit interesting. Obviously, I would love for the Houston Rockets to win as many games as possible, but as far as like worst case scenarios go, as far as like this year's draft goes, I'm really trying to get a top 3 pick. I'm trying to get a top 5 pick at the absolute worst, maybe top 4 pick at the absolute worst, but I could stomach a top 5 pick. So games like this, man, it sucks when it's like I don't know how to even explain it. It sucks, but it also is great when you win these types of games. Thankfully for the Rockets, it didn't end up mattering that much for them at the end of last year, but we'll see, man. We'll see. I definitely won't be upset if they win tonight, but there'd be a part of me saying, like, we probably should have lost that game. So I saw this tweet from Danielle Lerner, and she tweeted out, also, I apologize, I am sick again. It's like the 4th time in the last 4 months. It's terrible. So I'm exhausted right now. The Rockets will play Alperen Sengun with Christian Wood tonight to match up with the Magic's giant front court. Sengun said today he feels comfortable playing with Wood and thinks it showed pre-All-Star break. Their communication is good, but improving spacing is about habit, he said. FYI, y'all, this doesn't necessarily mean both will start in Orlando. Silence doesn't like to tip his hand before games, but I'd be shocked if we don't see the Sengun-Wood pairing at some point for an extended period. So that is one of the things that we finally started to see more at the end of, or before the All-Star break happened. That was definitely something that we started to see a lot more of. I don't think that there's an issue necessarily with Christian Wood and Sengun, because realistically, Christian Wood is going to get bodied by any legitimate center in the NBA anytime he plays against one. No disrespect to Christian Wood, but like, you put him up in a 7-game series against a guy like Joel Embiid, Joel's going to take him, he's going to embarrass the guy. Every single game, he's going to embarrass the guy. Christian Wood, defensively, need to see improvement, man. Need to see improvement. But if he's at the 4th position, it's a little bit more of a different conversation here, because Sengun is the 5 guy. There isn't spacing issues necessarily with having Christian Wood and Sengun out there at the same exact time. Dude, where's my wristband? Did it break? Oh my God, if it broke, I'm gonna be pressed. Damn, it definitely broke. Where is it though? What the fuck? My golf ball and wristband's gone. Well, whatever here. So the whole issue is not spacing with Wood and Sengun. That like really just pisses me off, man. Sorry. Like, where did it go? I had it all day today. Wow, it's unbelievable. The issue is spacing because you have a guy like Jayshawn Tate out there. Jayshawn Tate by no means is a shooter. No, not a single mean is a shooter. And to just be honest with you, like, Jayshawn Tate isn't a small forward. Like, he's just not really a small forward. He can play small forward at times out there, but the thing is, you just can't have a guy who isn't stretching the court or isn't stretching the floor and can't play anywhere else but the paint. I mean, obviously, Jayshawn will have games where he does shoot well, or he'll have games where he can make a 3 or he can make a mid-range. I mean, it's not like he's completely useless as far as that goes, but you just cannot have a non-shooter out there with Sengun and Christian Wood at the same exact time. It was exactly what we saw with Daniel Tice in the starting lineup. It's like Christian Wood, Daniel Tice is the 2 big guys. That's fine, that would work, but it's not going to work if you have a non-shooter in Jayshawn Tate there, because Jayshawn's the type of guy who's going to be cutting a lot, he's going to be lurking in the paint, he's going to get offensive rebounds, or he's going to be looking to get him all this stuff, and he's just not going to be able to do that when you got 2 big bodies down hogging up the paint. So that's something that I'm really trying to keep my eye on heading out for the rest of the season. Is, I love Jayshawn Tate, I really do, but I think he's more of a bench player. I really think Jayshawn's more of a bench player, and this is something that I've kind of messed around with all season, is like, all right, let's just see what Jayshawn can almost do off of the bench, almost as like a point forward type of player, and let's just see what he can do. Let's try and get the ball in Jayshawn Tate's hand, or let's just put him on the bench if you're going to decide to go big. Long term, Jayshawn Tate, I highly doubt he ends up starting like for years to come on the Rockets, just because of what I'm talking about. Like, he'd have to play the 4 spot, and the 5 spot would have to go to Christian Wood or Sengun, and we currently have both of them. Like, you know, both of them are under contract. Sengun's definitely not going anywhere, and so it just complicates, like, it just complicates it all further. So, you know, we'll see how it goes, but I would imagine, I don't know if Wood and Sengun are going to necessarily start tonight, but let's just say they do. I would imagine Jayshawn Tate's going to be out there with them in the starting lineup, as opposed to like Garrison Matthews or even Eric Gordon. This is like the one time I'd be okay with starting Eric Gordon, is if you have both those two guys playing together. And I would still imagine, just because Silas, I don't think, is the coach for us, I wouldn't be surprised one bit if those two guys didn't even start next to each other, but they did see, like, you know, 10, 15 minutes in the same rotation, and I would not be, in fact, I would anticipate that Jayshawn Tate will be out there with them, just because I don't think Silas really understands this roster. That's it for today, man. Let's hope for the best tonight. Obviously, like, I want to root for a win, but maybe not against the Orlando Magic. Maybe not. The good news is we're still, like, we're 3/4 of the way through the season, so if they do get the win, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Hit the like button, hit that sub button if you guys enjoyed. Drop some comments down below on Alperen Sengun, because I think he's poised for a really good end of the season. I think he's poised for a great end of the season here. Hopefully that they're going to play him at least 25 minutes from here on out, which I'm honestly kind of predicting that to happen. So hit the like button, hit that sub button for daily Rockets content. I'll see you guys later.